Okay, now here is this beautiful store. I hope they will not prevent me from filming, and I really don't want to be personal, but I just want to show you something really prevailing. Not only this store, but pretty much all grocery stores across this country, they have the same problem. I'm going to show you in a minute. I just got somebody at the bread line. I don't want to get individuals in this picture without their consent. So I'm going to show you the bread line here. Look at the beautiful display. Look at how many selections. What a beautiful line of display and all kinds of bread. But out of all these displays, the only one I found was the bread of the month. And I'm taking bread of the month, not a mouth, but it goes into the mouth. That's the only bread I found somewhat acceptable for my road and be able to consume it. All the others, they have horrible ingredients, and they don't use unbleached flour, so it's just so sad to see all this nice, beautifully displayed items. I can hardly buy any of it. I can hardly consume any of it just because I'm a vegetarian and just because I don't buy bread made with regular flour, bleached flour. So it is very sad. I gotta go back because there is one more item I need, but not from the bread. So this is so sad, and people are forced to eat these heavily processed food and heavily processed, even the bread they make cannot trust. So I just wanted to make a quick segment about this, and maybe an announcement is going to come up, which would be another interesting thing to get into the recording right now. I hope they will just make an announcement. As I walked into the store, they did, and I just wanted to show you how miserable, how pathetic that is. They still try to force the mask upon people, especially these big corporations. And I promise I'm not going to get personal, because this is, first of all, I love that store where I am right now. I used to shop here a lot. So I'm not going to despise them, because all the other places, all the other corporate stores, big corporations, they have an agenda. Even now, it's so pathetic. Even in the state of California, I can understand in California, but here in Florida, where it is more evidently Republican, just to be politically correct, the governor of the state is Republican. It makes a great difference. But you walk into a big corporation-owned entity like this particular grocery store, it is just so pathetic how they still try to push their agenda. This is a corporate agenda. Again, I'm saying this is not coming from the government of the state, but like in California, it does from both places, from the government or from the corporations. Here, the corporations, they are trying to cling on to this power they have obtained now during this pandemic, so-called pandemic, and they try to push this agenda still with a face mask, still with a 6 feet distancing. Needless to say, I have none of those respected and kept, and I don't believe in it even now. Yeah, we see people mostly with face masks, but this is ridiculous. I'm not wearing one, and I've seen people not wearing one either. Other shoppers. I'm not the only one, thank God for that. This is pathetic. This is so sad and so sick when people walk into the store and you can see, even the ones wearing the mask, you can see they just roll their eyes. And they are sick and tired of this propaganda, sick and tired of this false agenda, and so am I. I just wanted to take a segment of that as the unscientific face mask and the unscientific 6 foot distancing. People who do not believe in it, they have all the right. This is America, and we do not need to be forced one way or the other. Respect us. I respect you. You wear the vest, that's your choice. But respect me for who I am, what I am. I don't believe in it, and it's not even scientifically proven. So please, let us give each other a break and the respect. That's all I have to say about that. For example, what I was talking about, a large selection of all kinds of chips. And I used to like this Cape Cod with sea salt in it right here, kettle cooked. And now what I'm learning about sea salt, it is one element cannot be trusted anymore. It's better to use Himalayan salt. Sea salt is all poisoned by this plastic they've been throwing into the ocean, and it does a lot of microscopical pollution even to the sea salt. And that is not just an idea, that is a proven fact by examining under microscope what the ingredients are in sea salt, and it's not the same anymore. It's not the same anymore, so sea salt cannot be trusted. Very difficult to find a potato chips with Himalayan salt. That's the only salt what somewhat could be still used. Again, it's coming down to the spiritual aspect of these things. You know, when the salt is not useful anymore, what is it good? It's good for nothing, just to be trampled on, to be thrown on the street, to be thrown on the sidewalks, maybe during winter. That's the only use for it. It is so sad what's happening. Even, look at that huge selection of chips. I'm sorry, I cannot buy any of it. That's just pathetic. Yeah, unbelievable. Same thing with the drinks. Same thing with the drinks. I can hardly buy any of these. It's all sugar loaded with sugar, and it's just, yeah, I used to drink Coca-Cola, yes, until they had that training program revealed, and I refused to drink it. Yes, I am boycotting them. Yes, absolutely. Call me a maniac, but this is unacceptable. Unacceptable, and also the sugary content and other content in that drink is unacceptable. Yet, yes, during truck driving once in a while I drank it, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, although I should have not done it, but I did. But now, because of all the politics behind it, you know, you have to stand. You have to stand at some point. You have to draw the line when you say, enough is enough. And there is that Christian resistance, that Tolstoy Christian resistance, which I'm about to make in the next segment, about talking about the kingdom of God when it comes to that non-violent Christian resistance, or Christian anarchy, you can call it. And this whole idea comes from the book called The Kingdom of God, written by Leo Tolstoy. So that Tolstoy resistance is right here, right now. I'm presenting it, saying no to Coca-Cola. Ciao.